Okay, if you are a women's football fan, this podcast is for you. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow us on Spotify and everywhere else. And if you are in the 86% that are not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, let's
Some
do
naughty
this.
people.
Right, we were at Manchester City versus Aston Villa today in the quarter final of the FA Cup. And it was what, Kirsty? How did it end?
2-0.
Ended 2-0. 2-0 Man City, they are through to the semi final.
Exciting.
Arsenal, however, crashed out.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we crashed out to Liverpool. Firstly, before we get into it, I just want to say Amanda Whiteley has done an unbelievable job. Interim manager at Liverpool. She's come in and she's kicked Arsenal out of the FA Cup, took Liverpool into the semi-final. So fair play. All the praise from me. Fair play. So where do we start?
Should we talk about the City game to start off with, and then we can move into things? Obviously we won 2-0. Bunny Shaw scored. Jess Park scored. We were in hospitality as well, so we had an amazing view, like normally we do anyway, but we had a really good view today, right above the halfway line, which I don't think we've sat that close before, have we, at hospitality?
No, it was really good
So
seats.
it was really, really good. And they were picked at random, believe it or not. I did not pick them, they were picked at random. It was a really good game. I think Villa did deserve at least one goal. We were talking about the first half, weren't we?
The stats do not reflect the game for me. In the first half, it says that Villa only had 2 goal attempts and one on target. Um, and that might be true, but it just felt like Villa was so close. Like Ebony Salmon was so close to just a little just a little touch of brilliance to just get a goal. Like she's 1-on-1, she doesn't make the goal, fair enough. She dribbles through like 3 players in the second half, has a shot, doesn't go through. Like she just needed that little bit, I think, just a little bit of luck on her side, and I think she would have got the goal. I think Villa were good. I do think Villa played well. They linked up really well. They had Grant and Gabby Nunes. They linked up really well. They were just aggressive. They were just smashing the City defenders. I thought they were good. They just needed a bit of luck. I think City were just trying to play too much in the first half for me.
I mean, Ebony Salmon skied it. I can't lie. So I don't know if we watched the same game, but I
No,
think my opinion's
she was
slightly
one v
different. But
one, and instead of putting it, it was literally the same for the bunny goal. Like them
yeah,
two chances are exactly the same.
yeah.
The ball goes through the two defenders. Bunny Shaw's 1v1. Ebony Salmon's 1v1. Ebony Salmon tries to hit it high. Yamashita saves it. It goes for a corner. Bunny slots it low. Goes in. That's the difference.
Just saying, talent is talent, and it does show. I
No, Ebony
guess.
Salmon was very good today.
Do you know she was, but I do feel like she's kind of gone off the radar a bit. I think when she first started, she was very kind of, whereas I feel like she's not a name that you hear
Well, no,
mentioned as much now.
I think for Villa though
Um,
today it just showed that
mm,
they've made too many signings. Like
yeah,
she got the ball and she had to just make something happen. There wasn't any there was no kind of consistency with anything they did. All of their
no,
passes were
I agree.
awful. Like every time most of them took a touch, it was then the second touch was then having to tackle a City player. They couldn't pass the ball. They couldn't keep hold of it.
Look at when Rachel Daly came on, right? Rachel Daly came on not until the second half. She didn't start, which I thought was a bit mental, considering she's captain. She actually arrived separate to all the other players as well. She walked in. We had gone out to greet the City players today, and she walked in before they did, but she was on her own without the rest of the team, which was weird. But I think even when she came on, that it didn't make much of a difference. She nearly got carded within her first 10 seconds of being on the pitch. So I think Villa did struggle slightly today. I'm not going to write them off completely because they did play a good game and they were unlucky to not score any goals. But
I do
did
think
the right team go through? I'm obviously going to be biased. I'm wearing a Man City shirt, but I do feel like the right team went through in this
yeah, of
instance. It was
course.
the team that deserved it the most and we performed on the big stage, I guess, which Arsenal didn't.
No, of course. But
Or Villa.
the problem with Villa's changes is they had really direct players. Like they had Robinson, they had Salmon, they had Grant, Gabby Nunes. They fit whatever plan they were trying to do. It was to nick the ball off a City and just play it down the channel and then try and cross it in or cut in and shoot. And as soon as they took off Kate Robinson and put Rachel Daly on, you just couldn't see
No.
the plan. They couldn't get the ball. Every time they were just winning it off City really low towards their own goal, just kicking it forward, and nobody was there. They were just chasing nothing. So they just completely stripped back their plan, and you couldn't see them scoring after that.
No.
They really needed to score in the first half, but then after that, they just needed to switch it up and not completely lose the game, and that's what they did. They just couldn't get a hold of it.
It was a tough game. I mean, I guess we're through and we deserve that, but I do kind of feel a little bit sorry for Villa.
Yeah,
But it is what it is. In the 10th minute as well, we did a minute of applause for a little girl called Poppy Atkinson, um, who unfortunately was involved in a horrific accident last week. And she passed away. And no child should ever go to training and never come home again. And I think it was really important that City did that. I know that you as a coach, they'd kind of been spoken to about making sure that there was some sort of tribute to her in games this weekend, even kind of down in lower leagues where
yeah.
you coach.
The
So
FA put it out.
it was really nice to see that City did do something to remember her. I think we put a clip of it on TikTok as well, didn't
Yeah,
we? We got a short snippet of it just to share so people knew that it had happened at City. But yeah, it was a good day, wasn't it? Like
yeah,
in terms of kind of what we did while we were there, we were very, very lucky this week actually. Because it's our anniversary, we decided to go hospitality. And just going in hospitality is an amazing experience in itself. And then we went in at half time to get our pizza, which was great. Can I add? But there was a lady that worked in there and she came up to us and she was like, "Are you in a rush after the game?" And we looked at each other and were like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Oh, we've got 2 spare Autograph Alley wristbands. I've not taken it off yet. 2 spare Autograph Alley wristbands. Do you want to go in there?" And we were like, "Sorry, what?" Like questioning it because I've only ever done it once. And poor Charlie had to stand with all the parents. He wasn't even allowed in there at that point. And she was like, "You've just been so polite, like you've just been amazing. We want to send you in there." And we got that experience today. We met Bunny Shaw, we met Yui Hasegawa, Lily Murphy, Gracie Pryor. Like it was just an amazing opportunity, and we have already got this framed. Can I add? We went straight to Asda and got a frame on the way back from the game. But it was just such a nice experience, and especially like Bunny Shaw and Yui Hasegawa, like they are such, and I'm not saying Gracie and Lily are, but they are such humble people. And like Yui was the first one that came round, and as she was signing that for us, Charlie was like, "Congratulations on winning the She Believes Cup." And
because
she
you
went,
know how much I love Japan.
"Yeah," and she went, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you."
like
And
she.
Charlie was like, "It's like she almost
Yeah,
forgot
it
that
was
she'd
like she
just won it."
forgot that she just captained her country to winning a cup. Like,
It was mental,
but then,
but
like you just said about them two as well. Like, it's crazy to meet them two because, like, the difference between them and like Lily and Gracie is that they're huge outside of Manchester because of how big they
yeah,
are for their countries. Like, Yui is the captain of Japan's team, and like I said, they're going to win the World Cup. So then
put your bets on.
and then you've got Bunny, who's like the striker of Jamaica. So it's like they're huge outside of Manchester.
We didn't expect to see Bunny either because
No.
Yui had come out and then Lily and Gracie came round and the guy was like, "Okay, right, you can leave now." And we were on the latter half of the
Yeah.
semicircle, weren't we? Charlie will have to edit the pictures in somewhere. Sorry, Charlie. But she came round after half of the people had left and we were like, "Oh my God, there's Bunny Shaw." And the guy was like, "If you quit, you can get it signed, you can get a picture." And we were like, "Whoa." Like, and I'm not often speechless ever.
Yeah, she's got an aura, hasn't she?
But
Bunny
I
Shaw.
looked at Bunny Shaw and I was like, "Can we have a picture, please?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course you can." And she was such a lovely person. Like all 4 of them were, but big up to the woman in hospitality that did that for us because
Yeah.
it just made an already special day even more special. So it's been a nice day and even more satisfying that this morning. I'm gonna give Liam Loftus a shout out here. So we met Liam while doing coverage for Mancunian Uni, big up Uni, earlier on in the year. Yeah, earlier on in the year. And he'd seen that we were there today and he was like, "Can I come get kind of some footage with you?" And we were like, "Yeah, fine." And Charlie went, "Oh, well, as an Arsenal fan, I think there is probably going to be somewhere kind of upset somewhere in the games today."
And I didn't want to say Arsenal, but I
Where was the upset, Charlie?
felt it as soon as it was drew. Like as soon as we drew Liverpool, that's kind of our bogey team, really. Like when they first came up, they beat us. So I just knew. I had a feeling, and that's why I said this whole time there's going to be an upset, and I knew in the back of my head it was going to be an Arsenal upset. But
He said it to you.
I had to brave it and just say, yeah, Villa will win 3-1, and I knew they weren't. I was literally going to say 2-0 City as well, but
Yeah.
hey,
For anybody who doesn't know, United obviously beat Sunderland yesterday 3-1. We've beat Villa. Arsenal got beaten by Liverpool, and it was only a goal in it. There was only one goal in it. It ended 1-0. That one goal, where did that goal come from, Charlie?
it came from the post and DVD's back.
Sorry, who?
DVD's back.
The one person who should save a goal.
Who is it that shot? Isn't it Roman Haag? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
She shot. DVD dives across it. So she shoots. It goes this way. DVD dives across. The ball goes past her. She dives. It hits the post. Hits off DVD's back and goes in. Class.
Now, I would not normally laugh at something like this, but the amount of grief that this man next to me gives me all the time, and he's like, "Oh, you lost to this team. Oh, you were top of the league. Oh, you lost to this. You're gonna be out the FA Cup." How's that worked for you?
Do you remember?
Also,
Do you remember our pre-season predictions? I said Arsenal would win every trophy.
you're out the FA Cup. You're out the Conti Cup, love.
And we've got Madrid in the Champions League.
Enjoy that one. Enjoy that one. I'm just grateful that we've not drawn Chelsea, to be honest, because otherwise we'd have been playing Chelsea 5 games consecutively.
I mean, if you beat United, you'd probably see them in the final. So.
Oh, great. Chelsea 6 times in a season. Woohoo. But no, it was. Oh, and for anybody who doesn't know, Palace Chelsea ended 1-0 as well.
I
It should
really
have been 2-0, but Chelsea had a goal that was
I
offside.
really felt like Palace were going to get it. The
you think?
stats didn't reflect it, but I just had a feeling this morning. I was like, Chelsea are either going to just get through or they're going to lose that one.
Wow.
But
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Lauren
And
James again.
games will be played on the 13th of April. We've drawn United at home, so we will have another Manchester derby. My lord, I don't think my nerves can take it. And Chelsea have drawn Liverpool at
I can
home,
see
so
Liverpool winning that.
I hope so. It would be nice.
So is it Sophia Smith? Is she the one that plays for Liverpool?
Olivia Smith.
One of them. She's going to score.
You think
She's going to score. She's going to win them the game.
Right,
She's
well,
meant.
this is something else that in a month's time we can clip and quote Charlie on. But moving on from that, I do want to talk about something that happened earlier on in the week. For anyone who doesn't know, Liverpool played Chelsea. Funnily enough, it's Chelsea. Chelsea played Liverpool at home on Wednesday night. The same as City played West Ham. We're not going to talk about that one. But during the Chelsea-Liverpool game,
Leicester?
Leicester. Why am I saying Liverpool?
Don't worry about
Leicester game.
I was thinking, yeah.
My brain is still on Autograph Alley pilot. Ruby Mace went off injured. For anybody who doesn't know, I was live, so I didn't actually see it. And people came into the comments and said, Ruby Mace has been stretchered off. And I was like, what? Why? And then I watched a clip back, and a lot of people thought it was those dreaded 3 letters. Which obviously you can't speculate about. It's so often now, and everybody automatically jumps to it, but you can't speculate about it. But it has been confirmed today that it's not her ACL. It's not as bad as they first thought, and she doesn't require surgery.
That's actually really good news.
It is. And Ruby Mace is a lovely person as well, so I thought we had to get that in.
And she's been really good. She's been really instrumental
has.
to a lot of things this season. Like, I think she's quite underrated in what she does.
I think so.
Specifically, like when she plays for England as well. Like I always mention that game where her and Grace Clinton played in midfield.
That was when we went to.
They just ran that game, both of them. Like, I don't think people understand how much she does off the ball. Like, she absolutely batters people. Like, she smashes into them, wins the ball, and just plays it off straight away. And she always like comes and gets the ball in midfield. She's class. She's really, really good.
I mean, I get why people did think that she'd possibly done her ACL.
It looked bad
because of how she landed. It almost looked like a knee hyperextended, and then it went back in on itself.
Did she catch her foot, which then?
Yeah, and then she's gone to land. Like it's hyperextended her knee, and it did look painful. And I'm not surprised she was down crying. But big up Aggie Beaver-Jones and Millie Bright and Lucy Bronze in that moment for forgetting that they were in different kind of kits and they were playing for different teams. Because as she was going off the pitch, I know they spoke to her afterwards, but Aggie Beaver-Jones, the first thing she did as Ruby was getting stretchered off was go over and like just hold her hand
That's
and
good.
make sure she was okay,
That's
which
good
is
because
nice.
the thing that I hate the most is when a player goes down like that and then you just see both teams just in their huddles in their teams.
Yeah,
Like
it
no
didn't
one even
happen.
acknowledges the player. That's the thing I hate the most.
Yeah, it is. It is horrible. Obviously we know it from when it was Alex Greenwood at City. Obviously her injury was completely different as well. But that game when she got stretchered off, it was horrendous. It was horrendous. So, and I know there's quite a lot of Ruby Mace fans who watch this podcast. So, I'm just glad that she's okay and
How
it's
does
come
it
out
say
that
how
it's
long
not.
she's out for?
No, because they've not actually announced what her injury is yet.
Okay.
They've just said that it's not an ACL,
Couple
supposedly.
couple
Leicester haven't
months
confirmed
maybe.
anything, but this has come from kind of insiders that it's not an ACL. It doesn't require surgery, but it could still be bad. So,
Fair.
I mean, I just it brings that argument again of are women playing too many games? And as much as we want the WSL and things to grow and there to be more games, it's whether bodies can cope with it. Do you know what I mean? Like we look how many injuries we've got at City alone at the moment. Like we're not a Chelsea. We haven't got 3 different squads that play on rotation. We literally have like hardly anybody. Rebecca Canuck injured, who'd stepped in to replace Alex Greenwood while Alex Greenwood is injured. We've got no like. I feel like we've got no. Who else have we not got? Rebecca Canuck. So Rebecca Canuck, Alex Greenwood, and Lauren Hemp at the moment, right? I know Lauren Hemp's not a defender, but and I think that it shows that if you haven't got a massive squad, you do have to call in the younger players. For example, for us at the minute, Gracie Pryor. And
But
I think
then
she held her own today massively, but you're bringing in these younger players, and I think the younger they are and the more they have to play, the more likely they are to come up against these
but then
injuries.
to play devil's advocate for that then, like look at Leicester. They're not in the Champions League. They're not in the Conti Cup. You know,
No.
they recently went out in the FA Cup. Like they're not playing that many games. They're only playing the
Yeah.
WSL games,
But
and
that's what I mean.
that's only how many.
If she can get injured in that instance when they're not playing as many games, I totally get to see now why United, Chelsea, Man City, and a couple of others are getting these injuries because they are playing so many games, and especially at international level as well. Because some players get a rest when it's international level, other players they don't. They don't get that time to rest. Look at Lucy Bronze, for God's
But
sake.
then injuries are just a part of football, so
Yeah, and I guess it's just highlighted more in the women's game because it is. I feel like you see a lot more of women's injuries than you do out there of the men's game. And I don't know whether that's because the kind of women's football news is on a smaller scale, so you kind of hear about everything. But yeah, I do. It does worry me that if they carry on putting more games into place, then it is going to get. You're going to end up with more injuries, which leads on quite nicely to the
that does
next
always
one.
happen.
Yeah. So this week it has come out that FIFA are to introduce Women's Club World Cup, like the men have, and a Champions Cup in early 2028. More games, other
I I
competitions.
don't watch the Men's Club World Cup, so it really doesn't bother me. That's the only problem I've got.
Yeah, and it's
It
something
don't.
I'm not that
I
interested in
never know when it's
either.
on. I never
No.
know when it's on, and I only ever see like when it's on. It's like Chelsea versus like Sevilla or someone like that. I'm
No.
not gonna watch that.
See, but I feel like as kind of women's football content creators, I feel like we probably would be more inclined to watch it than we are the men's club World Cup. But I haven't got a clue. I couldn't even tell you what the and this is where people will come at me, but I don't really know that much about club World Cups and stuff like that because it's not something that I've ever Leeds United haven't been in it. Why am I gonna watch it? Do you know what I
It's
mean?
basically you get a certain amount from different places. So I think there's 5 spots from Europe, and that's it. So it
Really?
will be like it'll be Chelsea,
Shock.
Barca, Bayern, Leon,
Yeah, but Chelsea can't cope with the games that they already have to play.
and then depending on who. So if Chelsea win the WSL and then Arsenal win the Champions League, Arsenal will then be in it.
Next joke.
I know, obviously that's not going to happen, but like
City, however, is
that's how
more.
it would work.
Do you know what though? The thing is as well though, Chelsea at the beginning of this season have already kind of wanted to change fixtures and cancel them because they were playing too many games in a week. Well, if they can't manage that with Champions League, Cup, and anything else, then why are they able to? Why do they think they'd cope in a Women's World Cup?
I don't think it happens during this. I think it's after the season.
Wow. A Women's
Like,
Club World Cup.
like I
just
said,
to
I
clarify.
don't know when it happens. I mean, I'm happy for more games.
Mm.
The only thing that
Make
would
the
be
WSL bigger.
yeah, the only thing that would be really bad is if you say it's 2028 when when
Supposedly.
it happens. So if that happens in 2028 and then in 2027 they say, oh, we're going to put 20 teams into WSL, good luck because there's going to be so many injuries.
Oh, imagine that though, combining the WSL and the Championship, just putting it as one big league, and then just relying on like national leagues underneath. That'd be sick. Do you not think?
Well, it depends. I would like them to put Celtic and Rangers into the WSL
Why? Justify yourself on that one.
and Hibs because they're doing all right, aren't they?
Mm.
I just think just try and make it different. Just make it different, but make it good enough to go and watch.
I mean, the only reason I
And it
say
gives me an
justify
excuse
yourself.
to go and watch them.
Well, yeah, it's a trip to Scotland, isn't it?
Exactly.
So all he wants is a trip to Scotland. I am so sorry. Right. On about cups and introducing things. This week, Charlie, I don't know how much you know because you've not been very well. You also don't really pay much attention to what's going on during the week. That's why I plan the podcast. But the UK nations have united to put in a bid for the 2035 World Cup.
Aren't Germany hosting the next Euros as well?
I believe so.
I really want to go to that.
I mean, we could.
I really want to go.
It's not like this year's Euros where we just so happen to be getting married, so can't afford to go.
I
But
would love to go to Switzerland. I would definitely prefer to go to Switzerland than Germany, but I also really want to go to Germany for the Euros.
yeah, but imagine a World Cup in 10 years' time. Although you're going to have no Millie Bright, no Lucy Bronze, no Alex Greenwood,
Yeah, I
no
don't-
Leah Williamson, no Beth Mead. Like, all the players that we love so much right now, most of them aren't going to be playing.
Yeah, I don't want to think too far in
Kiara,
the future.
maybe? Kiara?
She'll be
only
there.
be 32? 30?
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's when it gets scary.
That's quite, yeah, I don't know. Let's move on. I
By
don't
the
wanna talk
time
about
the
that.
World Cup, if we were successful with our bid and were chosen, by the time the World Cup comes to the UK, we will be 38.
Oh my God.
Put that in perspective for you, you will be 38 years old.
Imagine Lucy Bronze manager by then.
Oh my God, right. England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, get this bidding right now. Yeah, exciting. Right.
I bet Jordan Nobbs will still be playing in the WSL.
Probably. Do you know what? She's someone else actually going back to today that was on the bench that I didn't expect to be on the bench.
I
But
think
even
Villa
when she
just
came
looked
on,
at it.
she wasn't there.
I think Villa looked at it and it's City. I think they just went, look, it's City. If we don't, we're bottom of the league or pretty much there. If we win this game, that's another 2 games we're going to have to play. Let's just put out a team and just see what happens. Go for this plan. If we need to put these players on at halftime, let's do it. And just go from there. If we lose, let's focus on the league and stay in the league. I think that's all they care about. Like they're not gonna go and win the FA Cup. And like, sorry Villa fans, and you're probably realistic too, because they were still chanting and singing 2-0 down. 10 minutes to go. They were chanting. Like they're realistic fans. They know what their club's about. They want to stay in the WSL. They would rather stay in that league than go on a cup run, 100%. So it just makes sense. Like, just focus on staying up because they need to stay up. The amount
Yeah,
of players
they
they've
do.
got, if they don't,
They will lose a lot.
if they lose all their players, they probably won't come back up for a long time. And Villa, I'm sorry, cannot be in the Championship.
Jordan
It's a
Nobbs
huge
is
club.
not going to stay at Villa in the
No.
Championship. Rachel Daly is not, well, she's probably going to retire in the next couple of years anyway, but she's not going to stay at Villa. Who else have you got?
But the problem
Saps
is
not going to stay at Villa.
But look, if they
Gabby Nunes.
if
Like,
they
you've
leave,
got so many that leave.
if they leave, they'll
Where are
just
they
go to
going?
Palace. All them players will just
Yeah,
move
but
to
if
Palace.
Palace are going to stay up, then...
That's what. Well, if Villa go down, then Palace will stay up.
And West Ham, everybody had written West Ham off, but I'm not being funny. They nearly beat you lot, and they drew with us on Wednesday night.
I always think it depends on how that team have looked against teams like City and Arsenal. Villa and West Ham have looked really good against us, whereas Palace haven't. So I think that's why Palace will go down.
Do you know what though? Like this time last week, we probably should have started on this to be fair, but this time last week, when you read it in the podcast and I was sat watching the Arsenal West Ham game, I couldn't believe what was going on. Like at one point, I legit did not think Arsenal were going to bring it back and they were going to draw to West Ham. And it's like, how on earth have West Ham gone from being bottom of the league, not being able to beat anyone, to being not in many places higher, and then drawing to Arsenal?
It was like watching Arsenal men's. Every time there was a corner, it was goal. It's just like,
It's
what's
just
going on?
mental, like absolutely mental. But right, Charlie, side note here, and I apologise to people in advance for the noise that is about to be made, but
Just edit it out.
I have brought you a present for our anniversary,
Okay.
okay? And I have purposely left it in the box, and you've not been given it until now. But I know that you won't
I won't open it to you, but it's talking.
turn a shy face to it, because I already had one and wasn't gonna get you one, but I know you said that you wouldn't be bothered by it, and I know you're not interested in stickers, so bought you a present. The other thing's not yours. The other thing is mine, but
Oh, wait, how many cards? 57 cards?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, are they all
they are all
cards?
cards. And I thought we
What's a
could do a little
golden ball? What's a golden baller?
Oh, you wait till you open it. If you get Bunny Shaw, though,
Can
I'm
I open
swapping
it
with you.
now?
Yeah, you can open it now because we're gonna play a game.
Subscribe for this great content, guy.
You actually get like
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh, it's actual binder.
You've got an actual binder,
Wait, it's a
and
game as well.
we're gonna play a game with it. We're going to have a 5-a-side each,
Oh,
and
that's
then
a
people
really
have to
nice
rate our
binder.
5-a-side teams from the cards that we've got.
That's a really nice binder.
Well, it's yours. I've got one.
What's
This
that?
is your one. Is it another game card?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, no, that is the game guide. So you open that. Do you want me to open it? You
I
open
don't
this.
really mind. I just want to open the cards, I'll be honest.
You open this, and can create your own team.
That's it.
play
I'll be
against
honest,
each other.
I've always wanted to do a pack opening.
Well, you can do it on the podcast because I've already opened mine, which was why I happen to have bought more for myself. But the irony of that.
No. No. Hey, a Vagino debut. Mate! And Yui as well. Get in.
It's almost like you've met her today. How cool is that?
Yanez from Palace. Mate, they've got well on camera, you know. Oh, that's just rubbing salt in the wounds. Great. Oh, yep.
Oh.
Sick. Yep. Olivia Smith. Yep. Great. Really good.
And that's who he thought was going to score as well.
Yes, mate.
Okay, I'm kind of regretting the whole having our own individual binders now.
Tottenham. Yes. Mate, that's a I'm sorry, how
are
good is
they?
that pack?
How good are they?
How good is that pack? That's unreal.
I'm just saying, I've got Kim Little and a few others.
Oh, best podcast ever, by the way. You just opened the pack.
Villa fans, I'm so sorry. It's not enough that I'm sat here gloating in my Manchester City shirt about how we've progressed and got a team sheet.
Who is it? I can't even see that.
Moritz. Arsenal
Oh.
retirement home.
Mm-hmm.
Anna Patton. She's not there anymore.
How many villas?
How many Villas? Lucy Parker. I like Lucy Parker. Oh, God.
Oh, decent.
Awuja.
Is that daily? No way. Oh, ledge. You seem to get a lot of the same
Wow.
club, don't you?
Yeah.
So if the first one's good,
Wait, did I get 2 Lucy Parkers in a pack? If I got 2 Lucy Parkers in a pack, they're 2 different Lucy Parkers. I'm really sorry, Villa fans. Hang on a minute.
oh,
hold
Kirsty,
on.
you're gonna be so mad.
I'm really sorry, but I've just got 5 Villa players in one go. If you've got Alana, I swear to God.
Captain Millie Bright.
I've got that one.
Yes, mate. Leah.
Look at these.
These are sick. Yeah, Brosnan as well. Unstoppable.
That is.
Claire Hunt. McLaughlin.
As if I got the
Kirsty
team.
Hansen.
Whoop, whoop. What's with all these Villa players? It just makes today even more
Deanne
satisfying.
Rose. And Ashley Lawrence.
Fair enough. Is this mine? Yeah,
These
this
are
is mine.
so
Right.
nice.
They
These are proper
happy
nice.
anniversary, pal.
I'm gonna start proper collecting these, you know. What are the rarest ones we need to know?
Well, you've got a limited edition. You've got a golden baller, so you can open that next. Who
No,
have
I'll
I
open them
got?
now.
A Roz. I've just totally butchered that.
She was good the other day.
Sam Tierney from Leicester. Oh, mine aren't picking up as well as yours.
Probably because my big head.
Courtney Brosnan.
Oh, we got the same one. I hope this is
DJ
good
Bot.
content.
Yeah, it's a total new. Oh my god. Kate McCabe.
Oh, nice.
I'm keeping her. Sorry. It's a competition to see who can get the best ones. Gally, you have got to make a five-a-side out of these.
She's injured, isn't she?
Yeah. Blackstonius.
Stina. Who have you got?
Well,
No.
aged well.
Oh, that's so awkward.
That aged really well.
That's so awkward. Can I have it?
Nope. Sodden.
Right, my final one.
Your final one? Oh, I thought you were going to do your golden baller.
I got Uraz as well. Sophie Howard.
Baller for Scotland.
Claire Wheeler. Benton. Ashley Neville.
How many Tottenham cards?
Vicky Lasada.
Big up Vicky.
Maritz as well.
Already got.
And Takarada. Decent. Right, what are these ones then?
So you get a golden baller inside. There's a few of them.
Are they like the rare ones?
So I got Lauren James. I think there's Alessia Russo and Bunny Shaw. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to
I
that.
think they're there, but I can't really.
And the limited edition one, I can't remember who I got.
Oh, that is a nice card. It's a Leicester player, which is a shame. But it's a really nice.
I got a Palace player, to be fair. Who is it?
Missy Goodwin. That is really. Look at the detail on that.
Can we swap?
No, that's
Which one?
well nice.
I'll trade you Chloe Kelly for someone.
Right, who's me golden baller?
God, I've got so many left.
Baller.
Rosalie.
I'm gonna spend so much money
Ooh.
on these because they're actual cards.
Yeah, well, I was a bit worried that you'd go a bit mental at me, but...
That looks so nice.
Oh, I got a limited edition in here. Oh my god, this chair makes so much noise. Have you got this here?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, that is unreal.
There, it's there.
Yes.
Who did I get in this?
Oh, buzzing with them. I'm actually buzzing with them. They're well nice. That picks up so well.
I got Pauline Bremner.
Nice.
Or Bremer. I can never pronounce her name. For my limited edition. Would you like, because I'm feeling really, really nice, because it's our anniversary, to
Go on
have one
then.
of my packs? And then you've got to come up with a five-a-side team out of that pack.
Arujo. Villamala. Or Villamaya. Neve Charles. Get in.
Right, we'll have lost this anyway.
Gabby Nunes. Oroz again.
I don't want to put any Aston Villa players in.
Is it?
Oh.
Bethany England. And Heather Payne.
Right, well, I've lost this already, and I.
Well, I don't have a
If I get
goalkeeper.
Alana,
Oh, was Alana in them?
Alana's in them.
You know we're going to have to find an Alana card.
Yeah, but what's the point? She shouldn't play for us
Because
no
it's
more.
going to be rare, you donut. Like the Chloe Kelly one.
Okay. Amy Everett. Kyra Kinney Cross. And I'm just saying I've already got a Kyra Kinney Cross.
Have you got that one?
What's this?
Engine card's well nice. What is that?
Oh, so you can get a load that make a puzzle.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, Miss Spokane, to keep covering your face. That you can put them together and they make a big picture. Ooh.
Box fresh. What does that mean?
Cameron.
Huh?
I've no idea what any of them mean. Yeah, but look who it is.
That's sick. Box fresh. I wonder what it means.
Every player Charlie could possibly want in his life.
That's a shame.
I've just got Blanchard, Verdon, and Lee from West Ham. And I might be able to give you some of these because I have already got some doubles. Right.
Fair
My
enough.
five-a-side team would be...
Out of the one pack? Or all
No,
of
out of
them?
all the ones that you've just picked.
Oh. Well, I'm going Russo up top. I'm going Russo, Beth England.
I'm just putting it out there. I haven't actually got any Man City players in this, so it is just predominantly a bunch of Arsenal players.
I'm going to have a goalkeeper because I don't really have
I've got one.
I'm going to go Brosnan in goal and then Leah. So my team is Courtney Brosnan, Leah Williamson, Neve Charles, Beth England, and Alessia Russo.
Right. No judgment here because I do not have any Man City players in my
I didn't
cards.
even put any Man City players in.
Well, I've got Brosnan in goal because she's the only goalkeeper I've got.
Hold up. My team's changing.
Okay, but can I go through mine while you're
Yeah, sorry, go
on? Courtney Brosnan in goal. Katie McCabe, Emily Fox, and Kyra Guinea-Cross. And then Cameron up front.
I'm gonna swap out Beth England for Yui.
I was going to say, how can you not play Yui after today?
After every day, Yui's just unreal. And Jill, to be fair, but
And just.
win some, you lose some, guys.
He's just the only reason he doesn't want to put Man City players in is because we're in the cup, so and they're not. But on that note, do you want to end it there for this week?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe if you are a women's football fan and you like podcasts. Make sure if you do want to go and listen to Spotify, you go and follow us over there. Drop a 5-star rating and a comment if you would like to.
And it'll be a double match day, double game weekend for us next weekend. We are in Derby on Saturday for the Chelsea versus Man City final of the League Cup, the Subway Cup, even though it's still a Continental Cup in my head. And then we are at Mancunian Unity for another, I think it's a semi-final we're going to, isn't it? Semi-final next weekend, so keep an eye out for that. There will be match day vlog from today coming out as well. We'll put up the stuff from Autograph Alley, but yeah, check it out in between